When Linda, a healthy 42-year-old educator, came to me with the most severe menopause symptoms I'd ever encountered, I was determined to help her reclaim her life and marriage. But what I discovered during our treatment revealed a form of domestic abuse so sophisticated and cruel that it changed everything I understood about intimate partner violence. Linda's devastating symptoms weren't caused by menopause, they were being deliberately induced by someone who promised to love and protect her. The psychological twist in this case will horrify you and make you question how well you really know the people closest to you. Linda described symptoms that seemed like menopause on steroids. Debilitating hot flashes every hour, night sweats so severe she couldn't sleep, vaginal dryness that made intimacy excruciating, and mood swings that left her feeling like a stranger in her own body. But what troubled me as a menopause specialist was the sudden onset and extreme severity of Linda's symptoms. Menopause typically develops gradually over years. Linda's symptoms had appeared seemingly overnight and were far more intense than anything I'd seen in my practice. Her marriage to Robert was collapsing under the strain. Linda couldn't be intimate, couldn't sleep in the same bed due to night sweats, and was experiencing mood swings that left Robert claiming he didn't recognize the woman he'd married. When standard hormone replacement therapy not only failed to help Linda but seemed to make her symptoms worse, I knew something was seriously wrong. In my experience, HRT provides at least some relief for genuine menopause symptoms. That's when I started looking deeper into Linda's case. What I discovered would change both our lives forever. During our detailed health history review, I noticed something that chilled me to the bone. Linda's symptoms had started exactly 1 week after Robert began making her special health smoothies every morning to support her through this difficult transition. When I asked Linda to describe these smoothies, she mentioned that Robert always prepared them privately and insisted she drink them immediately for maximum nutritional benefit. She wasn't allowed to save any for later or share them with anyone else. I made a decision that would save Linda's life. I asked her to secretly save a sample of one of Robert's smoothies and bring it to our next session. The laboratory analysis of Robert's health smoothies revealed a cocktail of synthetic hormones and hormone disruptors that would artificially induce the most severe menopause symptoms imaginable. Robert had been systematically poisoning Linda for 8 months with a mixture of estrogen blockers, synthetic progesterone, and compounds that would create artificial hot flashes, night sweats, and vaginal dryness. But the most chilling discovery was why Robert was doing this. When we uncovered his plan, it revealed a level of calculated cruelty that still haunts me. Robert had been having an affair with a 31-year-old co-worker for over a year. But instead of simply asking for a divorce, he had devised a plan to make Linda so physically and emotionally unstable that she would either leave him or become so dependent on him that he could control the terms of their relationship completely. Robert had researched menopause symptoms extensively and had obtained black market hormones to artificially create the most devastating version possible. His goal was to make Linda believe she was too difficult to live with during menopause, justifying his affair and eventual abandonment. The psychological manipulation was even more sinister than the physical poisoning. Robert had been documenting Linda's unstable behavior and mood swings, symptoms he was artificially creating, to build a case that she was mentally unstable and unfit for marriage. What Robert had created wasn't just domestic abuse, it was medical malpractice, poisoning and psychological torture designed to destroy Linda's sense of reality and self-worth. The most horrifying aspect was that Robert's plan was working. Linda had begun to believe she was impossible to live with and had started telling friends that Robert was a saint for putting up with her menopause. When we exposed Robert's poisoning scheme, Linda's symptoms began improving within days of stopping the smoothies. Her severe menopause disappeared almost completely once the artificial hormones left her system. This case taught me that not all unexplained health changes are natural. Sometimes they're deliberately induced by people who want to control or eliminate us from their lives. Linda's story has a powerful ending. Robert was arrested for poisoning and assault. Linda's health returned to normal, and she discovered that her marriage problems weren't caused by menopause. They were caused by a husband who was slowly destroying her health to justify abandoning her. Robert's case represents what medical professionals call intimate partner medical abuse with hormone manipulation. He weaponized her trust in his care to systematically destroy her health and psychological well-being. This case reminds us that if your health symptoms seem suddenly severe, unexplained, or get worse with treatment, consider who has access to your food, drinks, or medications. Medical abuse by intimate partners is more common than we want to acknowledge. If someone insists on preparing your food or supplements privately, especially during health crises, be cautious. Real partners support your health, They don't control every aspect of your medical care. Trust your instincts about your health. If your symptoms don't make medical sense or seem artificially severe, investigate further. Your life might depend on it. If this story resonates with you, you're not alone. Share your experiences in the comments, anonymously if you need to. Support each other, and remember, understanding the patterns is the first step to breaking free from them.